And we're back.
All right. 3. We're rusty. It's your pals, your figure skating know-it-alls, Dylan Moskovich and Asher Hill, back from the dead. COVID could not keep us down, although, a few of us are statistics. But
it couldn't keep us down, but it could keep us locked up. Hence,
we're locked up. We're locked up. They won't let me out. Locked up. Figure skating is going, kind of. Like the rest of the world, it's kind of touch and go. It's
a question mark. Everything's with a question mark.
Everything's like kind of like DNR,
Yeah.
Do not resuscitate, maybe. Did you see the video of the Zamboni on fire?
Yes.
I think that encapsulates the 2020 figure skating season, or just 2020 in general. Let's call that Zamboni on fire the official car of 2020. So while we're away, let's pretend like we're picking up from Worlds, the Worlds that never happened.
We were so uninformed then about what the world would look like. So much has happened.
Corona is having a good time, and you know what? I love when a girl just goes off and just lives her truth. So good for you, COVID. Good for you.
Amazing. But there's been drama too, and the Russian saga of figure skating drama has not ceased. Thankfully, we have much to talk about as always, and kind of like a soap opera. Be called "Not Putting Up with This,"
or the never-ending ball of just drama in Russia. Before we even start, I always want to say that at the center of most of this, even though it is like a bunch of coaching drama, we are dealing with young skaters, especially young female skaters, and the abuses that they have faced. So even though we're making light of some of these situations, we have to remember that those girls are like human beings and deserve autonomy and should be treated with respect instead of, debilitating human rights. But anyways, here we go.
Results first, right? Most important thing, especially when you can't compete.
So where should we start with this?
So the three little Russian queens with the Terry.
The triple A's.
That little dominance seems to have broken up. Trusova left, went to Plushenko, just adding to the fire of feuding between Ateri and Plushenko. Kostornaia followed suit soon after, and Trusova was none too happy.
So Trusova switched to Plushenko because of perceived favoritism to Sherbakova and Kostornaia, because Kostornaia was, just killing it. I mean, they all were killing it, but Kostornaia was the one winning all the time. And then Kostornaia eventually, like you said, followed, and I think that angered Trusova and her parents and everyone there.
Right. You can imagine the drama at the rink. I mean,
yeah. And then, the reactions from the coaches, Ateri and Plushenko, back to good old love and hip hop Russia, figure skating edition, is just, the back and forth on Instagram.
You start to wonder, where are the adults in this situation?
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. Then we had in August, July, the Russian test skates. You get excited, like, okay, here's some semblance of normalcy. But at the same time, COVID cases in Russia, and especially in Moscow, were going through the roof. There were skaters that were skating with high fever and clearly sick. People,
coaches with their noses hanging out of their masks.
People not wearing masks at all. So it was just, it's always very concerning that these events are still going on, even though a very real pandemic is happening. But another little bombshell, Evgenia Medvedeva, while there and being coached by Brian Orser via FaceTime and Zooms or whatever on practices. I don't know. I guess she was feeling like alone or just like it wasn't the same for her.
I wonder why.
There was a meeting between them, a phone call, and she has decided to go back to training with Etiri.
For all of that.
I think with their discussion with Brian, it was just pretty much like we wouldn't be having this conversation if COVID didn't happen. I think she just needed guidance. It's hard to be coached, I guess, via Zoom and all that stuff. But I think many of us have that feeling of a little bit of disappointment. I'm not gonna say disappointed in Evgenia because she made the decision that she had to make, but just she seemed so happy with her new training environment in Toronto. Just seeing her kind of go back to that is sad to see.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side, hopefully going back to that after having experienced a very different approach and an uplifting psychological type of guidance. Hopefully she's, grown more into herself as a young woman, and she goes back understanding what she needs as an individual, as a human being, and she's able to communicate that. So that's me being very optimistic. We'll see what happens.
Well, then right after the test gates and starting to train back with Sambo, her back injury has flared up again. I think people have been saying, I actually saw a release yesterday that it's a pinched nerve, but she is going back to training. So again,
withdraw my comment.
I'm not as optimistic, but I wish her the best, and I hope that Etiri changes her practices, but probably not. So still in this land of Russian drama, because it's never ending. Oh my God. Russia Cup. Which is their qualifiers for their nationals in December, hopefully to happen. I think there's supposed to be 5 of them or something like that. Anyways, in these first 2, I would just call it the Etiri Plushenko show, because that's all it is. Whenever one of their skaters is skating, during the whole performance, you'll have the coach in the little bottom screen, fine. And then when it's on the kiss and cry, or they're showing the replays of slow motion, they're showing Etiri and all her reactions to everything that her ex-skater does. Very much the Russian skating media playing up this rivalry between these two people.
Yeah, and I mean, I get that their job is to tell stories, but isn't this supposed to be about the skating, not about the coaches feuding like children? And it's being overshadowed by 2 coaches feuding because of their, egos.
Everyone knows that Shonda Rhimes is writing all of this too. So, yeah, stay tuned for more complete foolishness. Us moonlighting as experts on the sports. We're really good at it. And as long as
unfiltered attempts at puns, some are good, some are terrible. I don't care. I just go for them anyways.
Well, as you know, I will laugh a lot. That's what people talk about on the show, my laugh. And I will keep that going. People seem to like it. My mom calls it annoying. But
I love it. So that's why I go for the puns, I only land 50% of them. That's still a lot of laughs.
All right. See you soon. See you soon, guys.
See you soon.
Man.